Hello ladies and gentlemen, today with BK. This is another 4th gen video for anybody that wants to see it. This has been shown online. I'm not going to go real in depth, but I'll put in the link to the description to a lady that put this on her a WS6, I think it was 2001, and she did a really good job. But I'm just going to put this Volant cold air intake in. It's built really well. Tell it's 3D printed, and got the filter there. Kind of matches the car. Some people don't like that color filter based on the color of the car, but kind of matches mine. Really nice kit. I think it's really important that it's an SS or at least a ram area for these cold intake areas here for this hood. So what I want to do right now is do a cold start. It's 62 in here, no, 81 degrees in here, and so do a cold start, and I'm gonna put this back here on the exhaust. You can hear that difference, and I'll come up to the front, we'll rev it a little bit and hear that difference. All right, let's get this started. Alright, let's get this thing on. Okay, so let's get the battery disconnected. It's good to disconnect your negative side because of you're going to be undoing the MAF and the IAT here, so you just want to be careful. These cars are old. There's one. And I'll get this up. There we go. I'm just going to lay these back here. And thankfully this car's in pretty good shape here. What I'm going to do is, these are 10s here, and then 10s over here. And then, let's see here if I can get this. Then what we're going to do is, I use a 5/16 when I'm taking off the clamps. This clamp is upside down here on the back side. So what I'm going to do is actually loosen this, and then let's see, I can do that real quick. So let's see what we can. It's pretty loose now. And then if we take the 10s, you get the gist. We'll come back and get the whole thing off. Don't forget your air inlet tube here. Let's see if I can get my hands here. There we go. You just spread those out and it should come off. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get this thing. Let's see. That's there. Let's get it off. There we go. All right. There we go. Got it off. A little dirty. We'll do some vacuuming, cleaning up, and then we'll get back to it. All right, I'm not gonna scrub it down to a show shine type deal, but the nice part is when Volant, they make these, it has the ridges on the back, so it will catch in there. If I can get it in there. Right there. And it catches the radiator and the condenser, and it looks good once it's in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these brackets on so that when I do put it in here, because I'm going to put the whole system on and then I'll put the filter on at last. Actually put it all together, and I'm just gonna put the over the throttle body from there. So, and I'm gonna cut this so it's the same length. That's a little booger to get these bends in, but hey, that's part of it. All right, let's get it done. All right, so mass airflow. Yeah, it's a little dirty. Make sure you're using mass airflow sensor cleaner. I know some people say, oh, well, that's common sense, but you know, some people don't know that. So we're just gonna clean it off in here. You can see already how much cleaner that is. So I'll go this way as well. These honeycombs get dirty. So, oh yeah, see how much cleaner it is? So, just every now and then, clean your mass airflow sensors. Make sure you use, I like the CRC. All right, so you can see it's not even touching the bypass line. This all went on well. The hardest part is, even from the factory, taking the section off from the factory is hard. Just wedge it out with a screwdriver. It comes with a band or a worm clamp that goes on here. You just put that on, and then you can see, make sure you grab across the top of this radiator support so that when you tie it down. This is not the best fitment here. I'm not a big fan of this, as you can see, but what you do is you use your existing tin here. These are tin. I left them a little loose so that we could kind of see how it would work. Yeah, that kind of tightened it up, didn't it? And oh, that's not a tin, is it? Oh, that's not a tin. Okay, well, we'll have to see what that is, but let's look over here. You got your little bracket here. Do I have that off? Am I off on that one? Should it go the other way? Let me check and see what this does the other way first, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, so your air pump hose, I got it on there pretty good. I used the original clamp here, and then what I did is take some 5/8 heater hose, cut it about right there, stuck it into this breather, screwed that, tighten that down, that's on there, and stuck it in here. It's way in here. And then I just put this back on the original, and it's pretty stout, pretty good. I mean, all it is that injection there. Probably gonna take it off anyway because it sounds like it gets a little loud. But all right, we're gonna get the actual filter on, and let's see how this thing looks. It fits good. You can see how tight it is. So, all right. Okay, so we're gonna put this on here. And I noticed that if you gotta kind of get it started there, and I like to get it right there, and looks pretty good. Yeah, you can tell it's got oil on it. I'll probably re-oil it. Let me get this ratchet system here. Let's see. All right, I like to change to a hand ratchet because you don't want to overdo these things. It feels pretty good. That's on there. See? All right. Yeah, I got getting some oil on my hands. Comment if you think it needs to be oiled more. It looks good. I mean, like I said, got this in there really well. Got to connect everything. Make sure you connect all your MAF and your, let's see, how's that in there? All right, so that's in there, and that's good. We didn't disconnect anything else, so I think what I'm gonna do is let's crank it up and see how it sounds. Don't forget your negative battery cable back on, therefore you can crank it. All right, top tip. It's gonna take a second because the thing's reading different. So it's gonna take that IAT, but you can hear it's doing it now. So it's running good. You can hear that. You can hear how much more air is pulling in. So good. Let's take it down for a test drive. So I let the, intake air temperature sensor is in a different spot. It's more open. So I let it just kind of idle for a minute, try to figure itself out. Feels really good. It's got a lot more response, I think. I mean, it feels really good. You can hear that injection pump. I'm probably just going to get rid of it. But because the power steering is still doing well, I'm hoping if it doesn't, I've now switched to that C5 power steering. They said they changed the bushing or something the way it was made. So more on that pretty soon. But I'm just trying to let it warm up here, and then we'll just run it and see what happens. Got a lot more pull, I think. Well, part of it's grabbing that air, but I mean that's fourth gear at 45, and it pulls really well. So this guy wants to go really slow here. But if I I think it's proven just by the sound, more exhaust sound, more air intake sound, and by now you'll have seen clips that I took a few clips with my phone shutting the hood, and it was no light, meaning it's completely sealed. So I like it. I think partially because of the blue filter goes with the car. So stay tuned. Please like, subscribe. Thank you for helping me build the channel, and we'll get to more things. I know on my channel some people are subscribing based on the Silverado. That's under the warranty, coming up with GM for the 6.2. So stay tuned. I'll let you know what I decide on that as well. But thank you again. Today with PK out.